and manifest the splendor of his father in the major empire or the capital. Because kings used to have many sons, so he will send them other tutors and governors. They will shadow. After a while, he will now give them colonies or cities to take over. The one that grows economically, grows well, and looks like the capital will now be the Eos. So the appointed time, when it's time for the king to choose a successor, so that it is not by favoritism, they will now compare who learns the most from the tutors and governors and has the nature of the father. That's who they will give kingship. So he says the law was to teach us so that we can understand and embrace grace. Now, I'm just trying to say the principles of Eos is this: that there are things pertaining to God characterized in your own destiny that you must Holy Spirit, you have to help me. I'm not saying that you don't get things from God. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm actually trying to say, and to say this carefully because I want to be theologically correct, because I'm applying the principle. I'm trying to say that for you to be Eos, you must have passed through tutors and governors. And those tutors and governors most times are offenders. Before you can look like Jesus, do you have cross? You don't have cross. The rendition of power in our kingdom is not what you do to people, it's how you control yourself. The most powerful thing that Jesus did on the cross was not to use power. It was powerful that he chose to stay on the cross because he was experiencing trial, but the devil was also trying to make him experience temptation. I will explain. James 1 says, if anyone is tempted, let him not say he's tempted of God. He's drawn by his own lust. In other words, the devil tempts us with our lust. So it's the devil that tempts. God doesn't tempt, but God tries. So on that cross, Jesus was experiencing temptation and trial at the same time. Temptation is perform. Trial is don't perform. Temptation is devil saying, if you are the son of God, come down. Trial is, are you self-aware enough to know that you don't have to prove a point? So on the cross, the devil was tempting him to do something with power. On the cross, God was trying him to not use the power. And it is from there that he became used and entered into inheritance. So you must have tutors and governors, and they are mostly wicked people. Tutors and governors look like Judas. Because if there's no Judas in your story, you have no cross to carry. And a rhyme. But you understand what I'm saying? So you must have those things. And people want to run away from that. In other words, when people start to offend you, you have to understand that you are writing a test. This can change your life. That when people start offending you, this thing is a test. Am I really a son? Okay, look at this. Imagine a 5-year-old steps on me and starts pointing at me. I will beat you. I will beat you. The person is literally looking at me like this. I will beat you. I will beat you. I will be stupid to fight. He is not matured. If you are used, the first thing is you are able to identify nepios. If you are really used, if you are a matured son, the first thing is that you weigh people, all right, on the scale of sonship. This one is not yet grown. If you understand that, you put them aside. So, listen, I'm not saying you tolerate them. There's tough love. Separate from them. But make sure that they don't have anything against you and you don't have anything against them. Put a line. Do you understand what I'm saying? True wisdom is ability to abstain from foolishness. You have to identify, and you have to know how to identify foolish people. No. Some people are foolish. It's not an insult, though. It's adjective. It's in the Bible. O fools and slow of heart to believe, ought not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? O foolish Galatians who has bewitched you. I'm telling you scriptures. So it's an adjective. Actually, foolishness is a nature. Stupidity is an act. Should I press him? Yeah. I have a classic example. If you tell a fool now, if you go outside there on the highway and you cross, you will die. He will tell you, let me quickly check. You don't know what it means to be foolish. Foolishness is to get things the other way around. A foolish person will see the correct thing. He thinks it is the wrong thing, and he thinks the wrong thing is the correct thing, and he will be arguing. Now imagine you now sit down with that person, two of you. If you go to Nigeria, there are some people, they talk about Nigerian government, they don't even have voters card, and they wake up early in the morning, they had somewhere at the newspaper, Tinubu is back. See, all they are saying cannot affect the country. Have you seen men arguing before about football? We bought him $100 million. He doesn't have $100. You now sit down there, you two are arguing, you are stressing yourself. Some people will fight, and the players that are playing and are cashing out, after they play, they shake themselves and they enter private jet and are chilling. You say, you're no more my friend. How can you? That is a nepios. The first thing that caused fight in the church is food. The Hellenist widows, they gave them food, they did not give us. They gave them. Peter said, listen, let us appoint people that are spirit filled. Let them serve them. We will give ourselves to the ministry of the word and prayer. In other words, they told the entire church what makes them apostles. They still chose to be collecting food. What they were telling them is that what makes us different from you is that we give ourselves to the ministry of the word and prayers. In other words, we are uyos. You want food, we'll give you people that will be serving you food. Nepios. Stay there.